Hello everyone, my name is Nazym and we are going to make today a reflective interview with my colleague whose name is Alimam. The purpose of this interview is to provide what were us experienced during studying music program, especially first semester during these 14 weeks. And the outline of our interview is first is to define three key areas of our discussion interview, and first one is time management, second one is difficulties in subjects, and third one is plagiarism. And my first question to you will be regarded as you as in our first meeting you mentioned that you were busy as a bee because you are a mother, student, and a businesswoman, and how did you manage with the time during music classes?
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Nazym, for your question. Indeed, I'm trying to jangle several types of function in my life. So I'm mother, I'm wife, I'm a businesswoman, and I'm a museum student and employee. For the business, my involvement is only maybe 3%. So we are working with high professional specialists for whom we rely and trust, and I don't need here they are my direct 100% involvement. Before enrolling to Nazym, I was asked permission from and support from my mother and my husband, and they supported me, and I'm very blessed to have such kind of close relatives like mother and husband. And all my maybe I can say children, connected children activities, and connected home work. So they help me, and I'm currently doing two functions, and from other, and it's being an employee and being a student of Nazym. For Nazym program, I'm trying to do task on time or maybe complete before. Sometimes I'm I was struggled with the deadline because my kids were ill and I have a lot of tasks in the work, but hopefully thanks for my also supporters, mommy and husband, they helped me, and now for Nazym, beside of having 3 classes, or not 3 classes, 4 hours in per day, I dedicate almost maybe 3-4 hours for education, and I'm trying to complete the task on time. For work, I'm doing the same urgent tasks, doing best first, and then for the rest of time.
Yeah, it's quite difficult sometimes to meet the deadlines during classes. And I want to clarify one moment. What priorities were for you to deal with the time management?
It depends from my urgent task. If for example, there is a reflective interview to be done in maybe or ICT in the week, so I am doing the planning work. Was maybe maybe on Monday when I'm free, and talking to my group mates. For example, we are preparing presentation, and we make outline and divide the function who the part of the outline who tell about the about that part of presentation, and I'm trying to the task to divide it to some several parts, and that several parts should be done maybe in not one day, but maybe in 1 hour of each day to be completed on the time and of the deadline.
Yeah, it's quite informative how you manage with this big issue. And my next question will be regarding to every course that was in the curriculum of music. As far as we know that there is different requirements to be prepared for every class, especially we can notice that in foundational statistics, to pass courseworks. What about academic writing? It's a cause essay. And what difficulties did you encounter in music courses overall?
Yeah. For the first maybe 2 months, I was like I accepted that the music program will not be easy for me, and I started to manage my time. And currently, I struggle with statistics. Frankly speaking, I don't understand probabilities. Unfortunately, thanks for my group mates who explain me, and I'm trying to understand it. But for the like binomial distribution, it's very hard theme was for me. And for the writing, of course, I was thought that I'm good in writing, but in reality, I had to improve my writing. I was mentioned in when I started to write first essay, then paragraph essay and cause essay, and the summary in academic communication that was not so good. I hope that I will improve my writing in next semester. This is like two maybe main classes where I have some like problems maybe.
And let me see if I understand this. Are these hurdles being solvable at the end of 14 weeks, or you can think that it will be better at the second semester?
I do not think that I can solve this problem at the end of 14th semester, because I need more experience, more practice to write essays, and which I will do in the second semester, I hope. And I'm planning to have maybe additional classes for writing that Nazarbayev universities provide for NUSIP students and Nazarbayev University students.
Oh, interesting answer. So I think we can move on to the third question, and it's about plagiarism. And there is an interesting fact that the educational system of Nazarbayev University is far different from other educational institutions of Kazakhstan because it has autonomous status. And especially there is some strict requirements for plagiarism. Sometimes it can be also complicated to work with, and were plagiarism requirements manageable for you, and how did you um, write during to submit an Turnitin just to correct your mistakes and something like this?
As for plagiarism, it was something interesting for me, because in my first bachelor degree, we didn't write essays with like making plagiarism, like filtering, and it was something new for me, because we need to make IPA reference citation, we need to paraphrase, and thanks for our teachers from different classes, from academic communication, from reading, from writing, I understood how to avoid the plagiarism. You need to maybe read carefully the paragraph you want to rewrite, and just write down in the little amount of the words that would be useful, that would be paraphrased, not plagiarized. And plagiarism, like learning to plagiarism, is interesting for me, not to plagiarize.
And overall, shortly, was it new for you to work with Turnitin?
Yeah, of course, Turnitin is the same, was new for me and interesting. and you can see there where you have the same thoughts, you know. In one of my reading journal, you need to write your like supporting ideas at least, and I write down every time I write down my thoughts, my like ideas, and in one of them I had the same ideas with professor from Montana University, I think, and I was surprised because I didn't plagiarize. I just write my like opinion about food security, and we had the same ideas, and I need to make paraphrasing for that.
Thank you for clarifying this big issue about plagiarism, because that was a big issue, I think, for everyone who wrote their essays or maybe worked with reading journals. And I think we can conclude our today's interview in saying that we discussed so many problems that we face up, like plagiarism, time management, difficulty subjects, and overall we broadly spoke about learning development during these 14 weeks of our improving, maybe some just like negative things that we couldn't manage during this time. So thank you for answers.
Thank you.
So
Bye.
goodbye.
Bye.